Hello and welcome students. Today we are going to learn about the biogas production. So let us see what is meant by biogas. So as we know that biogas is a clean and efficient fuel which is a mixture of different gases like methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and hydrogen sulfide. So out of that gas, methane is a chief constituent, or near about 65% methane gas is present in biogas production. For that biogas production, different raw material is required, and that raw material is obtained from the rural areas. For example, the organic wastage. For example, the waste from the home, the waste from the farm, the waste from the animal plant, that waste material is used as a raw material. For example, wheat straw, then sugarcane straw, then maize straw, then wheat straw, jawar straw. So different kinds of the straw is also used as a raw material for biogas production. Then the vegetables and peeled products from the kitchen, that that used as a raw material, and that raw material it undergoes anaerobic fermentation, and after that anaerobic fermentation whatever the gas is produced, that gas is called as an methane gas. So as we know that for production of biogas there are two methods are used. In that first method is the fixed dome type biogas plant, and next one is the floating gas holder type of biogas plant. So in that fixed dome type, that means it is a huge dome like tank is present or structure is present, in that biogas is produced. And in case of floating gas holder type, here the one gas holder is used instead of that dome type structure, only the difference in between that is there. So let us see first fixed dome type of biogas plant. So in that, as we already discussed, which is raw material is used in thoroughly, we discuss about the which is raw material is used for the production of biogas. For example, animal dung, poultry waste, the plant waste. For example, husk, grass, weeds, human excreta, industrial waste, then domestic waste. For example, vegetable peels, waste, food materials, they all are used as a raw material for the production of biogas plant. Then how that biogas it construct? So that biogas it construct with having the 5 sections. So that biogas plant is a brick and cement structure having the 5 sections. So in that 5 section, first one is mixing tank. So let us see the mixing tank here. In that mixing tank, the various forms of the raw material is put into that mixing tanks. Okay, for example, poultry waste, animal waste, domestic waste, human waste, all kind of raw material is mixed in that mixing tank. Okay, so this is first one is mixing tank. Second one, here the first one is mixing tank, second one is inlet chamber. So inlet chamber, so in that inlet, that mixing tank is open into the inlet chamber. Then third one is the here the third one is called as an the digester. Here that structure or that structure is called as an digester. So that inlet chamber is open into the digester. Next one is the fourth one is called as the here fourth one is the outlet chamber. Here the outlet chamber is there. So in that outlet chamber we use in that the biogas for which is used for the biogas production. Then out of the after that outlet chamber, fifth one is called as an overflow tank. So that digester is open into the outlet chamber, and that outlet chamber is open into the overflow tank. So this is the most 5 section is there. So let us again see in short. First one is mixing tank, second one is inlet chamber, and in that inlet chamber that mixing tank is open. Third one is the digester, where the inlet chamber is open. Here the inlet chamber is open. Fourth one is outlet chamber. The digester is open into the outlet chamber. And fifth one is the overflow tank. Here the outlet chamber is open into the overflow tank. So this is major 5 sections is there. Then this is about the construction of biogas production. Then next we discuss about the how the working of that biogas plant it takes place. So in that working, as we know that first one is the various forms of biomass are mixed with equal quantity of water in mixing tank. This form is slurry. Here, that means, as we know that mixing tank is there. So in that mixing tank, the various form of biogas raw material like animal waste, domestic waste, poultry waste, all kind of the waste material is put into the mixing tank with the optimum quantity of water. So here the first one. Then so when we put all that raw material in equal quantity of water, so slurry is formed. Here the slurry is formed. Next one, the slurry is fed or directly put into the digester through the inlet chamber. That means what? Whatever the slurry is formed in mixing tank, that slurry is directly put into the inlet chamber. Then here, when that digester is partially filled with slurry, the introduction of slurry is stopped and that biogas plant is left unused for about the 2 or 3 months. That means once that digester is partially filled with the slurry, then digester is completely, or introduction of slurry is completely stopped when the digester is partially filled with slurry, and that whole biogas plant is left as it is for a period of 2 to 3 months. Here all the raw material slurry is there, and that raw material is kept as it is in that digester for a period of 2 to 3 months. So what happens in between 2 to 3 months? The anaerobic bacteria is formed in that slurry, and that anaerobic bacteria is responsible for the fermentation of that raw material. So as the fermentation of raw material is takes place, so the generation of that biogas is takes place, and whatever the generated biogas is produced, so that biogas is accumulated into that the digester. Then that after the accumulation of biogas in dome like structure, so that gas is directly forced into biogas, whatever the generated biogas is there, that biogas is directly exert the pressure over the slurry. Then due to that extreme amount of slurry, that slurry is directly, or due to the extreme amount of pressure, the slurry is introduced into the outlet chamber. And when outlet chamber is completely filled, so from that outlet chamber the slurry is introduced into the overflow tank. Then when the slurry is introduced into overflow tank, then manually we can remove that slurry, and that slurry is used for the as a manure, or for the field application that slurry is used, because that slurry which contain the most important nutrients. Then whatever the biogas is generated through gas wall, we can provide that biogas with the help of that gas wall. We provide the biogas to the different purpose. So this is about the total working of that biogas plant. So let us see once again, we see how the working of that biogas plant is takes place. So first one is mixing tank. In that all that raw materials is fed into, or pour into the mixing tank with optimum amount of water, first one here. Then after when that mixing tank is filled, so slurry is formed, then that slurry is directly introduced into the digester through the inlet chamber. When digester is partially filled with the slurry, so the introduction of slurry is completely stopped. When then the plant is left as it is for the 2 to 3 months. So within 2 to 3 months, anaerobic fermentation is takes place or anaerobic bacteria is formed. For example, Methanococcus, Methanocercina. So that kind of anaerobic bacteria is formed, and due to anaerobic fermentation, whatever the gas is produced, and that gas is accumulated into the dome-like structure or in the digester. When more and more biogas is accumulated in dome-like structure, so that biogas exert the pressure over the slurry. Then the slurry is directly introduced into the outlet chamber, and when outlet chamber is completely filled with slurry, so from outlet chamber the slurry is introduced into overflow tank. So this is about the total working of that biogas plant. Then what is the advantages of fixed dome type of biogas plant? Here it requires only locally and easily available material for construction. That means all the raw materials is obtained. That raw material is easily obtained from the rural areas. Then it is inexpensive. It does not require so much cost. Then it is easy to construct. Then next one is floating gas holder type of biogas plant. So in that floating gas holder type, all the working and all the construction of biogas plant is same. Only we will discuss here what is the difference only that make the difference between the fixed dome type and floating gas holder type of biogas plant. Here, in case of digester tank, only difference is there in construction, inlet pipe and the outlet pipe opening. Here, the inlet pipe opening into the inlet chamber for introduction of slurry, and outlet pipe opening into the overflow tank for removal of slurry. So this is first difference in case of construction of that biogas plant. Then second difference is, instead of that dome like structure here, instead of that fixed gas holder, here the revolving gas holder is present. Here revolving gas holder means what? It is an inverted steel drum resting above the digester. The drum can move up and down, that is float over the digester. The gas holder has an outlet at the top which could be connected to the gas sluice. Here as we see that here the floating gas holder type is present, and as the biogas is accumulated here, so it will be revolves around itself. So more and more gas is generated in that dome like structure, so that dome like structure or gas holder is floated around it. So this is second difference. So what is the first difference? Inlet chamber and outlet chamber. Second difference is there, floating gas holder type is present. Okay, and here, and the third difference is there, when the biogas is generated here in dome like structure, so more and more after the complete fermentation, after the anaerobic fermentation, whatever the gas is generated in dome like structure, so as the biogas generated in dome like structure, that gas holder it revolve around itself or it float around itself, and the biogas is directly transferred into the outflow tank. So this is about the small difference. So what is the basic difference in between that the fixed dome type of gas holder and floating type of gas holder? Here inlet and outlet chamber is present, first difference is there. Second, gas holder or here revolving or rotating gas holder is present, and then third one is there, when the biogas is generated after the fermentation, as the biogas generated, that gas holder is float around itself. So this is basic difference in between that the fixed gas holder type and floating gas holder type of biogas plant. Otherwise, all the construction and working of that biogas plant is same. Here what is the disadvantages of that floating gas holder type of biogas plant? It is it is expensive because it requires more cost for its construction. Then it, as we know that here the floating gas holder is used, for that steel drum is required. So when that steel drum, it may be used more and more time or many times, so that steel drum it may be causes rusting. Then it requires regular maintenance, and for the cost of regular maintenance is high. Then what is the advantages of that biogas as a fuel? So as we know that it having a high calorific value, then it produces clean fuel. That means it does not cause any kind of pollution. It no residue produce, no smoke is produced, economical. Then can be supplied through the pipelines also. Then it burns readily, and it has a convenient ignition temperature. Then use of biogas, it is used as a domestic fuel for street lighting, for electricity. Then if compressed, it can replace compressed natural gas for use in vehicles. So the different uses of that biogas, as we know that, then applications, as we know that a biogas is in case of Sweden, biogas is on biogas, that bus is transported. Next one, in Sweden, the train is also on based on biogas. Advantages of biogas plants, as we know that it reduces the burden on forest and fossil fuels. It produces the clean fuels. It helps in controlling the air pollution. Then after the biogas production, as we know that the whatever the manure is obtained, so that manure contains the micronutrient along with the rich or most helpful nutrient like nitrogen, phosphorus also. It is used as a manure for plants. Then it controls water pollution by decomposing sewage, animal dung and human excreta. Then last one is the limitation of biogas plant. The initial cost of installation of that biogas plant is high. If you install that biogas plant, for that high cost is required. Next one, number of cattle owned by average family of farmers is inadequate to feed a biogas plant. That means, as we know that we required more and more biogas plant, so we also required the more and more raw material. So for an average family, on an average family, if the animals are limited, or that is cow, buffalo, then so if the animals are limited or the farm is limited, so it is not possible in that much amount. So this is all about the biogas plant. So in that biogas we discuss about, in brief we discuss about 2 points. First one is the types of biogas definition. Second one, we discuss about the types of biogas plant. Then third one, we discuss about the constructions of biogas plant and the working of biogas plant. Then last one, we discuss about the advantage and disadvantages of biogas plant. So this is about all the biogas plant. If for examination the question will be asked, write in detail about the biogas production, so you can write any one type. For example, fixed dome type or floating gas holder type, you can write any one type of that biogas production. So if you have any difficulty in that topic, so you can ask me. Thank you.